Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. How does Pisces currently view this relationship? All right, Pisces. So we do have the Emperor, we do have the Seven of Pentacles, okay, and then we also have the Four of Cups. So it looks like you've been pouring a lot of your time and energy towards someone in particular. Now this someone in particular could very well be older than you. That's definitely a possibility, but nonetheless, regardless if there's an age gap here between you and this person or not, you're pouring a lot of yourself into somebody who's not pouring back into you. This relationship between you and this person may make you feel extremely drained and depleted because you do find yourself pouring a lot of yourself into this person and your relationship with this person. I do believe that this relationship that you share with this person has definitely caused you to forget about yourself. I am getting that, okay? It's as if you find yourself pouring all of yourself into this person in particular and what you share with them to the point where you're not taking time out to really pour into yourself. That's what I'm getting so far, Pisces, but let's look at this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, so we do have the Queen of Pentacles. We do have the Five of Wands. And then we also have the World. You could be connecting with a Capricorn, possibly a Leo, maybe even an Aquarius or a Scorpio. Or a Taurus. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Okay, the bottom of the deck, we do have the Devil out here as well in regards to how they're currently viewing this relationship with you. With the Five of Wands to the Devil coming out here, that's kind of telling me that they perceive their relationship with you to be a very unhealthy relationship for them. With that Five of Wands coming out here, I mean, the number 5, it does speak of change. But you know, what I'm actually kind of getting that this person may even find themselves essentially feeling within this dynamic that they share with you, you know, is an energy of unfairness. It's as if they view this relationship as something that's, yes, extremely toxic and unhealthy for them, but also extremely unfair to them in some way, shape, and or form. You know, with the Queen of Pentacles coming out here, the Queen of Pentacles typically pours a lot into, you know, whatever it is that they're truly invested in. And I do believe this person's truly invested when it comes down to you, just like you're as invested when it comes down to them. The both of you are equally as invested. I just kind of feel like you guys, how do I explain this? I just kind of feel like the amount of time, energy, and effort you put towards this dynamic here between the two of you kind of goes unnoticed, Pisces. And I feel like the time and energy that they pour into you and this dynamic that they share with you also essentially goes, you know, unnoticed. It's basically what I'm getting. But yeah, in regards to how they're currently viewing this relationship, Pisces, because this person views this dynamic that they share with you as something that's, you know, extremely, you know, toxic, you know, and unhealthy, for them, as well as unfair to them in some way, shape, and or form. With the World coming out here, you know, it causes this person to essentially feel like the only way to escape, you know, this overwhelming feeling of them essentially feeling like you're not good for them, or this relationship between the two of you is just simply not good for them, would be to essentially close this cycle out here between you and this person. Now, just because this person is possibly even contemplating on closing the cycle out between the two of you doesn't necessarily mean that they're actually going to do it. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. But let's see how you're feeling. How does Pisces currently feel? Okay. All right, so we do have the Tower, which I'm not surprised the Tower is linked to the Devil. So every time you see the Devil, eventually the Tower is going to come out. And every time you see the Tower, eventually the Devil will come out, because these two go hand in hand to one another. But in regards to how you're currently feeling, there's a big part of you, Pisces, that wants to free yourself from this relationship. So that's kind of telling me, especially with the Devil and the Tower coming out here, The both of you find yourself in the exact same boat. What you're feeling is what they're feeling. How you perceive this entire situation is exactly how they perceive this entire situation. You might think that this relationship is extremely unfair to you. They feel the exact same way. Yeah, they feel the exact same way. Just like you feel like you pour all of yourself into them, your relationship with them, they feel like they do the exact same thing for you. So the both of you are basically in the exact same boat. Now, here's the thing, Pisces, even though you might find yourself wanting to essentially free yourself from this dynamic between you and this person, because you've invested so much time and energy towards this dynamic here between you and this person, you want it to essentially count for something. You don't want to essentially feel like you poured all of this time and all of this energy towards your relationship with this person for absolutely nothing, okay? Okay. How does this person currently feel? Okay. So we do have the King of Cups. We do have the Star. We also have the Ten of Cups to the Three of Swords. And then we also have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it kind of looks like this person goes from wanting to close this cycle out here between the two of you due to how it's affecting them in a negative way, due to them essentially feeling like this relationship is extremely unfair to them. However it is that they feel like it's extremely unfair, that I'm unclear on, but they do perceive their relationship with you to be extremely unfair. We do see this person experiencing an all of a sudden change of hearts. Like they go from, I want nothing to do with Pisces, to on second thought, I want everything to do with Pisces. It looks like they don't actually want this relationship between the two of you to come to an end. It actually appears to me that they do actually want to work things out, you know, between the two of you, because this person loves you, and because this person cares for you deeply, and because you do mean a lot to them. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Now let's jump back over to you, Pisces. What actions? Okay, true pair situation between you and this person. We do have the Emperor out here in the person that's in the Strength card is the Empress, making it a true pair situation here between you and this person. Now, in regards to how you plan on moving forward, okay, do I see you actually walking away from this relationship, even though you may find yourself having 99 reasons to get up and go? No, I don't see you actually walking away from this relationship. The moment this person experiences is all of a sudden change of heart, and they try to fix things with you, and they try to repair things here with you. You know, I do see you, for the most part, on board when it comes down to talking things out with them, working and repairing things here, you know, with them. And you have your reasons. A lot of you, I mean, again, if we just kind of like eliminate, you know, everything you don't like about them or everything that you don't like about this dynamic here between the two of you, you don't necessarily feel like you're going to find someone like this ever again. I mean, granted, you know, it does appear to me, and this goes for the both of you, it does appear to me that there's certain things that, you know, you wish you didn't necessarily have to deal with when it comes down to this person. I'm going to be honest with you, Pisces. There's things about you that this person wishes that they didn't necessarily have to deal with either. But if we get rid of all of that, you know, you guys basically both look at one another as, you know, yeah, it's like you kind of look at this person like they're the love of your life, and you kind of look at them like they're, you know, the love of your life. I don't know if I just said that over and over again. But yeah, they look at you like you're the love of their life. You look at them like they're the love of your life is basically what I meant to say if I got that wrong the first time around. But what actions? We have the Four of Pentacles to the Three of Swords, and then we also... Okay. You know, I'm going to be honest, Pisces. I'm going to be honest. When it comes on to this one over here to the right of me, this person does come off to me as somebody who's like a... kind of like a box of chocolates, you know what I mean? It's like you don't really know what you're going to end up getting, okay? Or which version of them you're going to end up getting, as I should say, because that sounds a little bit better. But yeah, you don't really know what version you're going to end up getting from this person. It's like 1 minute, you know, like they don't want anything to do with you. The next minute they want everything to do with you. And then like I do see you guys working things out, you know what I mean? But this to me feels like phases that they're essentially going through. So as the two of you come back together and work things out, which I do see that happening between you and this person, everything's going to be all fine and dandy. There's going to be rainbows and ponies and butterflies, floating all around you guys. But then, they start falling into this energy of, well, I just don't even know why I'm with Pisces. And I don't even know why I continue to even waste more time and energy towards Pisces in my marriage with them, in my relationship with them. Like, like it has that type of like feel to it. The bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. And then, it's like, okay, something's like, okay, yeah, okay, hold on. Let me rewind real quick. This person definitely does have a little bit of a pattern to them. I mean, because I don't know if you can see it, but they go from that's it, I'm done with Pisces, to on second thought, I can't live without them. And then boom, everything's butterflies, rainbows, and ponies. And boom, they start falling back into the energy of, I just don't even know why I'm with Pisces. And I don't even know why I bother with them. And then we see them falling back into the energy of, but I can't live without them. So it's like, okay, Pisces, at this point, dude, it's kind of looking like it's kind of looking like there's some unresolved issues here that are still kind of eating at them and bothering them. And it's things that have already gone on in the past between the two of you that they haven't necessarily fully healed from and are moved past. That's causing them to fall into this one day they want you, the next day they don't want anything to do with you type of energy. There's unresolved issues here. There's a lack of forgiveness here on their behalf. I just kind of feel, Pisces, like something happened between you and this person in the past, dude, that they're still angry and upset over, that they're still hurt over, that they're still disappointed over, that they haven't necessarily fully made peace with and are moved past. So every time y'all get back together and fix and repair things, between the two of y'all, like they start thinking about how you did this to them and how you did that to them and how could you and how dare you, and why would they even bother giving you another chance? I mean, given the fact that you put them through X, Y, and Z, like they start falling into that type of like mindset, if you will. I mean, despite the fact that there's certain things that they haven't necessarily fully healed from and are moved past, I guess you have essentially put them through, because this specifically has everything to do with you. This doesn't have anything to do with, the person that they were dealing with prior to you. This has everything to do with you, Pisces. Everything to do with you. And absolutely nothing to do with this person's, prior relationship. But I mean, despite the fact that, yeah, I guess there's certain things that they haven't necessarily fully forgiven you for, fully forgotten of, and haven't essentially moved past. I mean, it's pretty evident to me that they still want to be with you and build with you and establish and manifest and create a life with you. That's very evident to me, but it just kind of looks like the stuff that you essentially put them through in the past just won't let them live. Just won't let them be happy. Just won't let them be at peace within this dynamic here between the two of you. Okay? Is basically what I'm getting. And this is what's going to forever cause this person to fall into the energy of one day, they want you, the next day, they don't. And it has a lot to do with the fact that, well, dude, it looks like you've put this person through some things, and they haven't forgiven you for it. They haven't moved past it. They're still hurt by it. They're still bothered by it. They're still upset by it. They're still haunted by it. And as much as, they want to go off and build and establish this happily ever after with you, it's kind of hard because they're constantly being reminded of how you did them that one day, you know what I mean? And how you did this and how you did that, you know what I mean? There's obviously some healing that, still needs to essentially take place for sure. For sure. I just kind of feel like they find themselves in a predicament where they're navigating something that they don't know how to essentially navigate. Like, for example, this person may not know how to essentially forgive. They may not know how to move past the trauma that you've essentially caused them. They may not know how to do any of these things. So they're just carrying it around with them because, hell, what else can they do? You know what I mean? I don't feel like they want to continue to have these feelings towards you. I just feel like they're navigating something that they don't know how to essentially navigate. And it's constantly like following them everywhere that they go. You know, if they don't know how to heal from the stuff that you essentially put them through, it's going to follow them everywhere that they go. If they don't know how to find it in their heart to essentially forgive you because they just simply don't know how to essentially forgive, it's going to follow them everywhere that they go, every little thing that you've ever put them through. You know, is you know, basically what I'm gathering for this person, their energy. All right. So it just kind of looks like moving forward, you're going to continue to find yourself experiencing two different versions of this person. You know, one day you might experience the version of them that loves you and just can't picture nor fathom their life without you. And then the next day you might find yourself experiencing this version of them that, you know, doesn't want to be with you, doesn't want to continue on in this relationship. And well, that's the reason, you know, why, which is basically what we've already kind of went over and discussed. So that way I'm not sounding like a broken record, but until that gets resolved, you're going to forever find yourself in this vicious cycle, and they're going to forever find themselves in this vicious cycle as well. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.